Hello there, everybody. It is your boy Ryan and your boy Hunter from Chasing Strange, and we decided it would be a good idea to do a afterthought type of video on our first investigation. And I think we're going to do this mainly on every investigation we do and kind of go through the investigation and what happened and stuff, just to give you guys some more insight and talk about the evidence and more info about it, what we think, stuff like that. It should be interesting. If you haven't checked out the video yet, though, I will put the link in the description. So make sure to do that first before you watch this, because we're kind of going to be skipping around and stuff. That one is very clear, honestly.
Very, very clear.
I miss you. That's like a lady voice, though.
I miss you?
Yeah.
Oh.
It could be my grandma. My grandmother did die in the house, in the living room.
Did your dad say anything about if that sounded like anybody?
You know, he didn't. He didn't mention it because my grandmother was also 100% Dutch.
Yeah.
So there would normally be a very thick Dutch accent. So I'm not quite sure.
So that might not have been her either, honestly.
That might not have been her.
It's weird.
But I'm trying to...
For now, that one's interesting. We can't really tell who that is or anything. I mean, it sounded very clear. That's the one thing.
Very.
It's a pretty clear one. It goes over multiple frequencies, which I think is always a good sign. So.
Did you pass away?
Yeah. It is weird. So, like, I know at first, I thought that those short ones were kind of bad evidence at first, but I think listening to the spirit box for a long enough time now, I think I kind of understand how, like, that doesn't happen usually when you're sweeping through a normal radio.
Right. Oh, yeah. And not only that, just how clear it is. Like, it is a voice.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's getting a lot easier to distinguish what is part of the radio and what is not, I think. So that one, I think looking back at it now, because I wasn't sure either, I don't think even when I was editing that, I was kind of like, it sounds kind of like it, but I'm not sure, but.
Because quick responses are more common for spirit boxes and stuff like that. Yes and no questions are the easiest to ask because they take little to no energy.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Same with like knocks. Like there's the can you knock once for no, two for yes, and then you ask questions. Some people say that that's easier for them, which I find a little weird.
Yeah, well, I think assuming that the energy theory is real, that like spirits have to have energy to actually like manifest in ways and show us things,
right?
Then like that would be easier to not use as much energy, assuming that they are limited. Right,
yeah.
That's kind of the theory. So that goes with that, really.
Now, speaking of good stuff, this is crazy to me, and it's crazy to my parents as well.
Yeah, I literally thought it was just something falling from the ceiling, and I was like, nah, that couldn't have been an orb when it happened. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's because I go through it once. I forgot.
Did I see an orb? Do you see that? I think that's just...
And I lost it at that point.
The fact that it changes
I think
directions.
that was just something from the ceiling, I'm pretty sure.
I think if I hadn't looked down and it wasn't going along the carpet towards me at the end there,
The way
I don't
would have caught it.
I probably wouldn't have assumed it was anything. But the fact that it like... Because it does just look like something falling there.
Oh, yeah.
Until it goes to the blue carpet and up right there. That's where it goes kind of weird. Because then I scroll down because I lost it. And it's still coming towards me.
Do you have anything to tell?
I'm like, wait, let me go back to it again.
For our first, like, huge investigation, I feel like we did incredible.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And also, it went here, over there, and it was still going over here. It would have fallen somewhere over here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but over here.
I see it.
If it had been, like, something falling from the ceiling, it would have fallen somewhere around there. It wouldn't have just all of a sudden started...
Right.
Like, it made a hard cut, too. It was like, it went up and boom.
Yeah. I mean, if it was any sort of debris from the ceiling, which it's not because we have done refurbishing to the ceilings and the walls and the carpet was like the only thing that needed to be redone in the house. And it wasn't like corroded or anything. So
the ceiling really wouldn't have been falling apart or anything?
No, not at all.
Yeah, the chirp. You can't really see it, which is kind of weird. Like when you're just watching it through.
When you were showing me frame by frame,
it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it goes from like.
Yeah, I go over it on the thing. I do replay it. Yeah, it goes really fast. 630, 639, 648, 697, 657, 655, 666. And the fact that it chirps there too, because I think if it hadn't done a special thing on 666, I would have been like, that's kind of weird, but nothing. But the fact that it chirped on that number exactly, and I've sat here too in my room. I remember after this, when I found this evidence, I sat here with my spirit box and stared at it for a while and like watched the numbers and saw if it skipped around like this or if it did any chirping, and it never did either.
Really?
The only time it's done it has been at the house and at that number.
Are there multiple people here?
Nope. I mean, that's pretty clear cut.
So it's very clear, and I also want to point out that does kind of, it does sound like my uncle, because he joked a lot with my brother and I, and I just think it's funny because he would do it in front of my dad as well, because he's always teasing us and stuff. And so all I hear is nope in his voice. He's just like, I wouldn't say a smart ass, but that's exactly what he's trying to be.
Yeah.
He's like, he wants the attention.
Hunter.
Okay.
That does sound very clear.
Now here's the kicker. So we hear 2 hunters in this investigation.
Or I think 3.
This is the first one. 3. Okay, technically 3. But this one, you can obviously tell it's coming from the spirit box.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, I seriously feel like it was being said right next to us, not through the spirit box.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Because there's a huge difference. You can hear the voice, and it's the same.
Yeah. Well, it's strange because I think on these ones, it kind of goes with the radio, even though it goes through the multiple frequencies.
Right.
Like you can tell the radio is altering it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
You asked my brother to open this door. Do you want me to open this door?
Okay, actually, I feel like this is a good time right here to go over it. So this door right here, the reason that we were so interested in it is because the reason we went here at all was Hunter went with his brother to investigate this, and they had something pretty crazy happen at that door.
No, so my father asked myself and my brother to go pick something up at my grandpa's house that he had left. I believe they were either keys or something of that sort. It was of importance.
Yeah.
And I told him, okay, well, while I'm there, I'm just going to take a look around to see if we missed anything. So my brother and I went there. We were there for a few hours, actually. We were looking around. I did find some cool little, statues that were made of copper, pure copper, which I thought was pretty cool. But then we got up to the pool room. My brother wanted to show me something. My dad had mentioned that the last place he needed to clean was up in that door because, as you'll see, when I open the door, there is wheat.
Yeah, all over the place.
Tons of bags of wheat, all over, and that's what he needed to clean out. Now, the thing is, I asked my brother where this wheat was, and he said, oh, the wheat bags, they're upstairs in the pool room. And I'm like, okay, can you show me? We walked upstairs, and he's like, yeah, it's in that door. And without knowing, I was recording and got an EVP of somebody saying, do it. Or it was like,
we'll listen to it real quick. I'll listen to it real quick.
This is it.
It's a whisper behind the voices, though, because you can hear people talking, and there's a pretty clear whisper behind.
Do it. Oh, yeah, there's all the rat poop. Do it. Oh, yeah, there's all the rat poop.
Yeah, because you can hear your brother saying something about the rat poop, and then you hear a voice go, do it. Where?
So my brother goes to open the door, and you hear, do it. And then he says, oh, there's all the rat poop. And you hear a, where?
Yeah.
Now, the thing that's so crazy to me is that voice is the same voice that says my name right as I open this door, or after I open this door.
There we go. Okay, Hunter, sorry, let me play this one real quick. Oh, gosh, get back the message.
Do it. Oh, yeah, there's all the rat poop.
I think you can definitely hear it in the where when he says that, for sure. That is interesting. I didn't compare them, honestly. I didn't think about that. But that definitely sounds like the same one. And it's at the same place, too, on different days.
Exactly. Yep. On different days. And then on top of that, this is the one my dad said sounded most like my uncle.
Yeah.
And he also said that this is the the one he thinks is a whisper,
Yeah, like not from the spirit box.
not
he
from
said.
the spirit box.
And we both heard it like in the moment too. Let me listen to it again.
Like,
That is
honestly, to
strange.
me, it sounds like it's sweeping.
And it,
There's
like,
nothing coming
stops.
from the box. It doesn't stop though. Like you can hear it continue to go, and then on top of it, you can hear Hunter. Like
That
Here?
is, yeah,
See?
okay.
You
I'm
see what I mean?
hearing what you're
Okay.
saying now. That actually kind of, that's a little
It is-
interesting.
it is a. It has to be a whisper.
That's strange.
That is so crazy.
That is very.
Are you watching me?
Are you watching me? That one is so creepy.
That's very clear.
And I don't think you heard that when you were there too, right?
I think. Well,
Are you
I think I
wa-
respond.
Do you?
Watching
I
me?
think I respond with who?
And that one goes over so many things too. Like
Oh,
you can see
yeah.
the number on it.
That was so clear.
Yeah, and one it has a big space in between too, and it's right
Sorry,
after that.
Who's here?
It sounds like two people.
I don't think it sounds like two people. I think it's just different pitch. It does sound like the same voice, at least to me.
Human already died.
Yeah.
You already died? Would you like me to help you?
That sounds
That I played that to my dad, and he actually got teary-eyed.
it did sound like an That it's a pretty clear
It sounds like a burp.
Oh, that's what you think?
That is 100% a burp.
That
and
does
the only
sound
reason
like
I
a
say
burp.
that- So whether you keep this in or not, my uncle, being on the spectrum and very well loved by all my family, he did two things he was very famous for. One was was his burps, because I mean it was just like the manly thing for him to do, you know.
Yeah.
And then second, this will be funny. So he was a very odd duck. I love him to death, and my dad loved him to death. Best friends. He would take a mason jar, and he would fart into the mason jar, and then seal it off with a fresh tennis ball.
What the?
And he would then watch the bottom of the tennis ball deteriorate
Wait, what?
time because it would get so bad and rank.
Oh my gosh.
This is legitimate, by the way. And in fact, my dad brought a mason jar and a tennis ball and placed it in my uncle's coffin when
Aw.
he passed, when we buried him. But he is famous for that.
Yeah.
That is like his thing. That is a family thing. Whether you keep this in
Oh, yeah.
or not.
I mean, it's information on.
It is information.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
good.
don't know how my family. Honestly, I mean, to the Goebel family,
I don't-
we
I
all
don't see it
know
as weird.
we love Uncle Chris. Like it's him. It is him. That's what made him him.
Yeah.
You know,
It was like
So,
part of his
love him to death.
personality. Like he had
Exactly.
very toilet humor.
Very yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Which also just goes with this though, because it definitely does sound like a
is.
burp too.
It is like
When I heard it a
is
second
like
time.
belch. It's almost like he's sitting there and just like waiting for us to do something. He just burps.
He's like, "Hey
that's what
guys,
he
listen to
does.
this."
Yeah, basically, like, gosh.
That's funny.
But my dad did get teary-eyed when he
Just because
when he
it.
heard-
Wait, you said that was your uncle again, which is the one we keep thinking that a lot of these are
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Did someone hurt you?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
That's
very
my
clear.
uncle. That is very clear. And you know what's sad is I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
That one. Oh my
That
gosh.
is so clear.
Yeah. Oh my. That's so. It's. Oh, it has a big gap in the middle, which I think adds to the evidence because it's the same voice.
Yep.
Like it has a fairly big gap in the middle. I'm.
No, that
Watching.
is so many frequencies. So I counted it. So it began at 100 and didn't stop until 103.3.
That is-
That's a lot.
I think that's one of the best That's like
yeah.
the best spirit box evidence that we got for sure.
Yeah. That yes. Oh, definitely. That was
100%.
definitely it.
Oh, this
Okay,
one.
no, right. Yeah. If you could pause for a sec. Now, to me, it looks like somebody standing over the equipment
over
and
this
looking
stuff.
down. I wish I could like show an outline.
Yeah, I kind of can with my mouse. It kind of goes over this.
So that's like a body.
It's like it's this weird like glare looking thing, which honestly on its own you don't think is anything, but what's about to come out, the movement of it, is what makes it seem like it's something. Yeah. Oh, it moves so fast. But you can see it goes from here and slides over to there. Or I guess you can't even really tell where it stops. It kind of just goes away.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at it again, because at first I thought
Kind of zooms. It kind of flies away.
it kind of vanishes in a way.
Yeah.
That is strange, because I remember looking at it again. I was like, I think it stopped there. I think because it's so hard to see, but you see it move away, and then you kind of see it for a bit, but then it's like it kind of fades into the background. But it's such a weird thing, and I remember it was sitting there for a while too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that legitimately freaked me out.
That one was. What was that?
My camera just shut off.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Wait, was it out of power? Wait, let's check. Well, let's check the
So
other.
that one was dead. But anyways, I think I'm not gonna show everything in the video for it on this because we know what happens. You went downstairs and checked the basement one.
Yep.
And
I checked all of them, and all of them were about 30%.
or more, right?
Or more. And the one that turned off was dead. These were all charged at the same time. No, but that one was completely dead. Completely drained of its battery, and I had previously gone through and changed all the settings to keep it continuously recording all these different things, but after that they were all charged again just to make sure I had enough battery.
Yeah.
They're supposedly supposed to last 2 hours,
And we
2 to
were
3
there
hours
for
each.
like an hour or 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
It wasn't close to
the
that.
2 hours. Yeah.
Oh, and can I also just say, when I was editing this, they turned off at different times too. It wasn't at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. Which I didn't. I was thinking about trying a way to show that in the video, but I was like, I can't really.
That's
but
so weird.
like, I lined up all the audio files and had all the webcams lined up and everything, and none of them ended at the same time.
Okay, so meaning that even though they were charged at the same time,
Yeah, they were turning off.
Oh wow!
At
That's
random
so
times throughout it all.
weird.
So anyways, that was very great and interesting for our first investigation, honestly. Like, looking back at it and having talked to your dad too, which was, did he live in the house too? I can't remember.
He
you say?
did.
He did?
He did. For a majority of his
Yeah.
life, he did.
So having his insight to it too also kind of makes this very interesting, because we can figure out all that stuff about your uncle, which makes I think that makes the investigation so much cooler than it was initially.
Definitely. And on top of that, he gave me all of the history of who was there. The only person they can't account for is it was a man and a woman who lived before my grandparents, but he is not aware of anybody passing away on the property other than Goebel residents.
Yeah. So just family residents of yours.
Just family residents. Yep.
It's going to be hard to top it because we got so much good stuff.
Oh, I know. We're going to have to try some new stuff.
Yeah.
New gadgets, new places.
We're going to do a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, this is a good place to announce it. We did a night mode version of this place, and honestly, we might not have gotten as much evidence. I'm not sure. It's still in the editing process, but be looking forward to that soon. And also make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see more as we grow as YouTuber ghost hunters.
Yes.
And learn more about the paranormal. Ooh.
Spooky. I think our little ghost like is perfect for it.
It really is.
It's so good. Thanks for joining us, guys. We hope to see you in the next one. Yeah, so here's to more ghost hunting.
Goodbye.
That
was perfect timing. My camera just died.
Did it really? Wow.